Welcome to the class 11 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter cell structure and function. In my previous video I have completed explaining till the cell organelle mitochondria, and I have described why mitochondria is regarded as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, so today I will continue with the next cell organelle, which is known as Golgi body or Golgi complex. Wait. Now the other names of Golgi body is Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. Now the name of this cell organelle has come from the scientist Camillo Golgi. Camillo Golgi, who first observed it under the microscope. Okay, so now let's go through the definition of Golgi body. The stack of flattened single membrane bound. So from here we get to know that Golgi body is single membrane bound, parallel sacs and other vesicles usually located near the nucleus. So the Golgi body is basically located very much near to the nucleus of almost all eukaryotic cells and concerned with secretion altogether are known as Golgi body or Golgi complex. So the main function of Golgi body is to perform secretion. Now we will talk about the functions later on. First let's talk about the ultrastructure of Golgi body, and before that you already got to know that Golgi body is single membrane bound and it has flattened sac-like structures which is located very much near the nucleus. Okay, so let's move on to the ultrastructure. So students, this is the picture of the ultrastructure of Golgi body or Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex, whatever name you can call it with. Okay. So the three main components of Golgi body, basically two of them are marked here. The third one I will tell you. So the first one is the cisternae. Okay. First, number one, cisternae. Then there are the vesicles, number two, and number three is vacuoles. Okay, so these are the three main components of Golgi body: cisternae, vesicles and vacuoles. Now I will tell you what each of these components look like or how they function within the Golgi body. So basically, starting with the cisternae, these are parallelly arranged. As you can see here, this is one cisternae, this is the other cisternae, third one, fourth one. So all of them are parallelly arranged. Okay, these are parallelly arranged flattened sacs. They are covered by smooth surfaced single membrane and piled one upon the other to form stacks. So first I said that they are parallelly arranged, then they are flattened. As you can see, they are very much flattened. They are covered by smooth surfaced single membrane. So each cisternae has a single membrane bound covering and they are piled one upon each other to form a stack. As you can see that this one forms one stack. This whole pile of many cisternae forms one stack. Okay, the number of stacks, the number of sacs, basically this one is a sac. These, each of them are known as sacs and they form a stack. So the number of sacs in each stack may range from 3 to 20 depending on the type of the cell in which this Golgi body is present. So here we can find that the number of sac in this stack is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 stacks, 6 sacs or cisternaes are basically there in this stack, and they are usually spaced at a certain interval, means gap of interval, and as you can see, two words are written here. This is the cis phase and this is the trans phase. So basically cis phase is the one which is the forming phase, means this cisternae are forming towards this cis phase, and this trans phase is the matured or the older phase. As you can see, all the larger cisternaes are located towards the trans phase, and towards the cis phase the smaller ones are located, the smaller cisternaes are located towards the cis phase. So this is all about the cisternae. Next, moving on to the vesicles. Now I will talk about vesicles and vacuoles together. The vesicles are basically the smaller droplet like sacs. So if this one is marked as vesicle, it is somewhat wrong. Means the smaller droplets or the globular structures like this one or this one are the vesicles, while the larger ones like this one, this one, this one and this one, they are the vacuoles. Okay, so the vesicles and vacuoles, the difference is that firstly the smaller ones are the vesicles. They are small droplet like sacs and they originate from the cisternae by pinching off process. So as you can see that the ends of the of these cisternae are quite, means they are, the shape are like of that of dumbbell. So from these sides, the vesicles get pinched off or detached like that of budding. You have read in asexual reproduction that buds are formed from the on the mother body, and as they grow they are cut off from the parent body. So similarly these sides, they, as you can see here, that this one is getting cut off, this one is getting cut off, this one is getting cut off. So from the sides of this cisternae, the vesicles are formed by pinching off process. Okay, now coming to the large ones like this one, this one is wrong, so it will be a vacuole. This is a vacuole, this is a vacuole, this is also a vacuole. So the larger droplet like globular structures are known as vacuoles, and they are clear structures and they lie basically mostly at the maturing side, which is the transphase. So some are located on the cis phase also, but mostly they are located on the transphase, means near the transphase. Okay, so this is all about the ultrastructure of Golgi body. Now I will discuss with you the functions of Golgi body. The diagram of this one is not very much important. You need this diagram, you need to remember this diagram just for your learning purpose, but separately diagram of Golgi body will not come. Okay, now as we have explained the ultrastructure of Golgi body, let's talk about the functions of Golgi body. So from the definition only you got to know that the main function of Golgi body is secretion. So here also in your book page number 6.28, the functions of Golgi body, the first point you will find as formation of secretory vesicles. So you all know that vesicles are found along means within the ultrastructure of Golgi body. Vesicle is one of the components, right? Now what is the function of these vesicles? They basically act as secretory organs, means something, means they secrete some enzymes or some chemicals that are needed for the cell. Okay, so the two terminal ends of the Golgi cistern are pinched off to form secretory vesicles. So I have already told you that suppose this is the cisternae, and these two terminal ends will be pinched off to form the vesicles, right? Second function of Golgi body is it helps in the formation of plasma membrane. Okay, so as you can see that the secretory granules that originate from the Golgi body, that by pinching off process from the cisternae of the Golgi body, they fuse with the plasma membrane, the existing plasma membrane or the cell membrane. They fuse with the these vesicles that pinch off from the cisternae, and this help to form the new plasma membrane. The plasma membrane also has some time span till which it will perform well, right? So after that new plasma membrane has to be produced, so that production of the new plasma membrane will be helped by the Golgi body. The third function is formation of cell wall. In the similar way, the cell wall also is formed by the Golgi body. Next function is formation of lysosome. Now what is lysosome? About its function and structure we will talk about later on. And next function is rolling protein secretion. So basically the most important function of Golgi body is to perform secretion, different kinds of secretion. It can be secretion of all that are necessary for the cell. It can be secretion for any adjacent which will be transferred through cytoplasmic bridges or junctions between the cell walls. Okay, so basically, to say it in one word, secretion is the most important function of Golgi body. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you all. I will continue with endoplasmic reticulum in the next video. Okay, thank you.